Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program Breaking Ground DLC. This is going to be a playthrough, kind of showing and playing with the new Breaking Ground DLC. I'm calling the series Origins 2. I had Origins and then we played the Ascent series, and this series, Origins 2, is going to piggyback on the Ascent series. I am not starting from scratch. In the Ascent series, we managed to go to Minmus, go to the moon, go to Duna, and that was about it. That was my goal, get out to Duna, land a rover, or land Kerbal. But that series is over. We're going to play with the Breaking Ground. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and cheated in the communication satellites that we would have normally had around the moon from the Ascent, piggybacking from Ascent. We have Minmus as well, and I really got to work on that. Those were just cheated in. We are back to Kerbin. I have put the space station around Kerbin. Let's see, where is it? Yep, Origins Space Lab. Let's see, what else? Oh, for difficulty, I do have the communication set and only one antenna, so I can't talk to this side of Kerbin unless I have a relay network, and that's what I'm going to be working on, is my relay network. Hopefully when I launch this, I'm going to put a geostationary satellite in orbit above Kerbal Space Center, so it will be out here and stay with Kerbin Space Center antenna. And then after that I'll throw up some more. Some things that I may talk about is my orientation. Right now we are looking toward the sun. Of course, that would be 12 o'clock position. I use, you can see how the moon is in this quarter of the sky. The Minmus has just entered this quarter of the sky. I have names for each quarter, and typically I will be launching when one of the moon or Minmus is over here. It's coming into a quadrant, and I will be launching so that I can meet it here. That's for a prograde entry. That way I can maintain, good solar panels, if I'm using probes, of course. Solar panels, and hopefully connections with Kerbin. Now it takes a few days to get out there to Minmus. I think it takes a couple hours to get out to the moon. So keeping, communication with Kerbin, with the moon, with Minmus, that's what I'm going to be doing. I have really no idea what I'm doing at the moment. I do know I have to get a satellite out to 2868, I think. I have built one already. We're going to open that. That I do not know will go that. Oh, not that one. It's called HiSat. We're going to load that one. It is. I'm using a few of the parts too as well. I want the Clampetron Junior on, and I'm using this swing arm, this hinge, to move it out of the way once we get launched. I really couldn't figure out, a good way to do it without this thing sticking out all over the place. So I hope my antennas and everything are good to go. I don't have anything on action groups, but we're going to take this rocket out to 2868. Launch it. And I will be kind of removing some of this stuff. It's kind of getting in my way, I think. You have all this information down here. All this information is down here. Your delta V is here. The only thing I might like to keep is the biome, or the situate, well, biome anyway. So I will work on that. I'm calling the first project probably to Minmus, I don't know, the Maria project. Let's see, we're going to go full throttle because our thrust weight ratio is 1.2. Good. And I did launch this and put it in orbit, but of course I lost communication. And here we go. We should just go straight up, but I am going to tilt just a little bit because Kerbin will be rotating by the time I get out there. Not a very stable rocket, I might add. No fins on here. I've unlocked parts of the tech tree, but they kind of stay in line with the Ascent series. Let's keep this thing straight here, shall we? Don't want to tilt over too far. I need to go kind of straight up and stay in line with the communication relays out at Minmus, and I'm just going to go ahead and have it hold it. It was hard for me to hold that. It's probably going to tilt over too fast, though. So we're just going straight up as best we can. I'm not trying to get into an orbit until we get way out. I really do. I forget the distance. 23, 68, 28, 68, something like that. Geosynchronous orbit around above Kerbin Space Center. Only one communication antenna on Kerbin. Our apoapsis is at 40. And we need it to go to 2868, I believe it is. Whoa, 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 what happened? Let's take that off and continue climbing, going way out. I do have Kerbal Engineer. I have no idea if we're going to reach that altitude. Let's see what we've done. I need 2868. $2814. Ooh. Then we need to burn and get into orbit. Hopefully I will have, how long will that take us to get out here? 1 hour and 5 minutes. Where will, the moon is right there. Very good. We can communicate back. Hopefully. Kerbin will be rotating around. As for solar panels and things like that, I hope I have enough. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this. Get our solar panels out. I do have one little light on. Everything I launch will have a experiment on it. This one just happens to have a thermostat on it. Now let's swing the the antenna out to 90 degrees. And that leaves room for anything to come in and dock with. We have 633 meters per second delta V left on here. I'm going to quick save it. And we're going to be in shadow the entire time. Did I open both? I did. And let's turn this on for battery. We have 3,000 battery on board. Of course, if a battery goes dead, you're not going to have that for communication purposes. Let's get on out, and hopefully nothing will happen. We will have to get out here. Let's just see what our orbit will be like. I think we're going to have enough. It's gone out. We are out of shadow, and we do have communication. Let's go a little further here. There's no drastic difficulty settings. Everything is about the same. It's just I have set this up to where I have to communicate with the station. With one antenna, I have to set up communications. Communications are instant. There's no time delay or anything like that. So untested, this rocket was pretty decent. This one rocket I knew would get me to turn off SAS, spin on around. And then, of course, I have 1,132 meters per second in the final stage in the satellite itself, on the satellite itself, for adjustments. We are going to be taking in a lot of Kerbals out, so we won't technically need the communication for landing and maneuvers. Just when we have, I'm going 399 meters per second. Kerbals will level up instantly. They will level up instantly. No going back to retrain on Kerbin, pass a test or anything like that. Make sure we get kind of stable here. And I think I can use one of the, I don't normally use this, orbit. Orbital period, we want that to be 6 hours or something like that. It's just like 1 day on Kerbin will be 1 day for us. So I think this is going to do it. .2814, so we're going just a little bit faster, but I might be able to make up on that side when we get here. I could open that maneuver and get it spot on. 595. Forgive me using this. I don't normally use it. $28.68. That's not the burn. We need more, but $28.68. As long as we're close, we'll stay within communication of Kerbin, and I can send up 4 of these. It doesn't matter. We have got 2 minutes for a 9-second burn. Speed up time. I do tend to take things slowly because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to mess anything up. And nothing will be perfect. I will always hit the Z key when I'm wanting to hit the Shift key, so no worries. The Z key is full throttle. And I don't have that, so we'll just hold prograde. We're going to burn this out to 28.68, hopefully. We'll actually need to watch our apoapsis. $28.49, 53, 62, 66. I can adjust that later with the small. Okay, so we are in orbit. How much fuel did I have remaining on board here? 2 meters per second. We're going to go ahead and dump this off. I will be in a different orbit, and I will delete debris. Here we go. F5, save that. And here is our communication satellite in orbit around Kerbin geosynchronous. We should probably go this direction, maybe. And we're going to have the antenna in the way. Are you blocked? You are blocked. I think I have this one turned off, but we can always just leave it up. Look better if it was pointing toward Kerbin, but alright, we're going to F5 and save that one. That is our first look at the moon. We're almost out there. We have communication satellites out there as well. They look exactly the same. With one light on. Maybe we should turn the, maybe we shouldn't. I don't know how long we'll be in the shadow of Kerbin. How do we get rid of that? Float, yeah. And back to Kerbal Space Center, I just want to show you a couple of things at the center. Okay, everything was upgraded just like in the other one, just like in Ascent, because we're piggybacking off of Ascent. This is the tech tree just about the way that I needed it. I probably had things like this one. The big rockets. I think I even had the nuclear engine, I'm not sure. But this is kind of where we're at. all the science that we get from breaking ground. Archives, we've been to the moon, and haven't been to Minimus, or haven't done any experiments out there. This one we just did one report, which is a temperature scan, just making sure the data would go through. And around here was when Jebediah started launching. Now I think there are new missions that involve the breaking ground, and Satchmo Plays. Check out his channel. Really good moneymaker here. These are really good moneymakers, especially if they just want to do, this one's just orbit and this one's an orbit. So take two guys up into orbit, get them in orbit, and then come back down. Really good moneymaker. So I may be doing some of those. Conduct silent surveys. Mostly I'll be going and getting people from Kerbin, from around Kerbin, because I need scientists. And that's kind of what conduct temperature surveys in Minimus. Is that, oh, that's right over top of. Do a simple scan with a rover arm. I haven't even looked at these things of a green sandstone. I haven't even looked at these rover arms. Just the first set of active, nothing active. We'll keep those available. Probably do rescue somebody. He probably was stuck in the fairing when we launched that satellite up. So anyway, we're starting with a little bit of money, very little science. Our Kerbals are, where are our Kerbals? Our Kerbals are the 4 main. And it looks like, well, we could probably buy some scientists quickly. And then hopefully find some, because as soon as you buy one, man. And then we're going to need pilots. So it's kind of all new for me again. But anyway, I hope you like this video. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe for more. Give me some tips, and you know, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.